You're listening to Spreaker Web Radio.
It's showtime, and you're listening to Florida Real Estate Radio, where you'll hear about what's relevant and where to find opportunities and solutions in Florida real estate. Right now, live in studio, here's your host, Brian Heckman.
Well, you are going to be so happy that you're tuning in today. I'm Brian Heckman. Thanks so much for listening here to Florida Real Estate Radio. So here's what we did today. We somehow were able to get Marie Becklund on our calendar. And Marie is a very knowledgeable, very experienced real estate agent with Future Home Realty. She has actually, I talked with her about bringing in some real live data. Everyone's hearing about how the inventory is so low in our markets and all the, the Tri-County Tampa Bay area. And so what I worked through with Marie was pulling through some actual hard data. So we're going to talk just very briefly today about what that really looks like and what that means to potential buyers, potential sellers here in the Tri-County area. So Marie, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so glad to talk about good news in Tampa Bay.
That's right. Well, in all seriousness, we're honored. I'm just glad we can get our calendars to work out. So we really appreciate you being here. Why don't we do this? Why don't we start by just, you share your story. Tell about, how you got into real estate, why, all that good stuff.
Well, I was leaving youth ministry, and I said to my sons, what should your mother do? What kind of job should I go for? And they go, Mom, you got to be kidding. You love families and you love homes, and you've been taking us to open houses and new homes ever since we were infants in your arm, and you still go by. So that's what got me into real estate, and I'll tell you the truth, I love it. I love working with all sorts of different type of families. I love going into condos, villas, townhome, $1 million market. And you were talking about the survey of what's on the market. Let me tell you, the good news is inventory is down. It's down so low, normal Floridians aren't putting their home on the market. But the good news for listing is that they better start getting in there now. Pinellas County, Hillsborough, and Pasco had about 20,000 homes in each county on the market. But now Pinellas County only has 6,179 homes on the MLS. Hillsborough only about 4,343 homes, and Pasco about 3,242 homes. So that tells you what? We need listings. We need people to put their homes on the market. And they'd be pleasantly surprised if they talk to realtors about what their home is worth, because the market in North Pinellas County for sure has been going up.
So now you're talking about, just to clarify that there, so those numbers you just gave are properties that are currently for sale right now. And I know that, 10 years ago in the height of the market, it wasn't a normal market either. So what would you say is a normal market? I mean, you just gave roughly 6,000 in Pinellas County as an example.
The normal market was about 20.
Jeez.
The normal market. So we're looking 20,000 in Hillsborough, give or take, up 10,000, down 5 or whatever. But we're talking about we need inventory. All the agents are going after the same property. So we have a lot of competition going on, and a lot of people that want to buy homes. They want to get in the market. They see the market's going up.
So how does this impact somebody that's looking to, let's start here, a buyer. Someone wants to buy a house. How do these numbers here, 4,300 homes for sale in Hillsborough County, how does that impact somebody that wants to buy in Hillsborough County?
Well, just to give you an idea, and I'm going to pick Pinellas. I had a young girl, grew up in my arms, looking for a home about a year and a half ago in Palm Harbor. We hunted and shopped and put in 14 different offers on 14 different properties. And we started, and she was about in the 150, 160,000 range. And we started going in about 10,000 above the price with our offer on the day it hit the market.
And this is how long ago?
About a year and a half ago.
Wow. That was a long time ago, considering, because their inventory then was a lot different than today. That's wow.
Yeah, Pinellas County at that time was about 8,000 homes on the market. So what does that tell you?
Wow, I love that you provide real data. That's really valuable to know. So I'm sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
So anyway, we finally found her the perfect home after a lot of shopping and offers. But the good news is that now's the time not only to buy, but now's the time to list. And a lot of agents will let the people have got to call a real estate agent and call a mortgage broker, because if you want to buy a house, you got to be prepared. Your credit's got to be in order. And you've got to start about a year before you actually want to get in the market. Plus, it's going to be the hunting time frame too.
Right. Now, when you say starting a year early, why is that? What do you
Well,
mean?
to make sure the credit's in good shape, make sure
Got it.
any credit history, if anything needs to be remediated. I always tell people don't shop for new insurance and call all the insurance companies because they all pull your credit. And they don't tell young buyers that.
Right.
So here their credit was good before they shopped around for a better price in car insurance. And then by the time they were done, the credit score was lower.
Right. Yeah. That's what we talk about is the minute you think you want to go buy, let's go have that conversation. And we're mortgage people, so that would be us ideally. But go have that conversation so that you don't get out there to where the husband's decorating the man cave, the wife is decorating the house, they're out there at Best Buy looking at TVs, and they're out there at whatever, Macy's looking at decorations and new bedspreads and whatnot. And then all of a sudden they find out that they've got something, not even a bad credit situation, but the lending environment is not the easiest thing. And so you've got to make sure to get all that stuff buttoned up to where we know for sure we can buy the house and what the actual payments look like, that we can get insurance, what that looks like, all that good stuff. So it's super important to button that stuff up as early as possible. Great point. So what do you think on the selling side then? So what does this really impact these really low inventory numbers? How does that impact somebody that wants to go sell their house right now? What does that mean to them?
Well, what it means to them is they'll be on the market less time. And the things that sell first are going to be the most upgraded and the cleanest house. So if you've already spent money to upgrade and you haven't been wanting to put your house on the market because there were too many REOs, bank owned, and short sales in your neighborhood, if you're noticing there's a lot less REOs, a lot less bank owned, because the banks have to pay the courts about $25,000 to $100,000 to repossess that property. So they've gotten smart. There's a lot less REOs out there because now what they're doing is allowing the agents to short sale the properties. And even those are going pretty quickly.
Right.
The good news about the short sales, if the house is in terrible condition, a lot of the investors are buying them, fixing them, so the homeowner that wants to live in there has a better house for the mortgage company to approve. So it's good news for all of us, really. It's cleaning up the market and it's raising the price of the market because the investors are fixing the homes and putting them on at a regular price that's now competitive with your home. So you can be on the market less time and sell quicker.
Got it. Very, very interesting. So what about, just random question here, but what about the bigger houses? What about these houses that are the $1 million houses that, used to sell like crazy, and they were new construction, custom homes built, 10 years ago, 8 years ago, whatnot. What's going on with that whole market?
Well, what's funny is when it's a seller's market, people go out. They go further out to the country to get better prices. When it's a buyer's market, people hug in. So North Pinellas County is very sought after right now. But what's starting to happen, the best news of all, new home builders are starting to actually build again. Mm-hmm. So what does that tell us? It's starting to slowly change back to being a seller's market because the prices are starting to inch up. Palm Harbor was a perfect example. Once it starts in one area, it kind of goes to the surrounding areas. So Tarpon Springs, North Clearwater, Safety Harbor, Oldsmar are all becoming very valuable. So the prices are going up. Now, is it going to double like it did back in 2003, 2005? I don't think ever again.
Sure.
But it is going to start inching up. So if you're looking to buy or looking to sell, now's the time to do it.
So you're saying that with this new construction thing with the builders, which we've seen in a pretty big way, actually, you're saying that that's starting to get this hug-in concept is really interesting. You said so what you mean is that people are going to start having to be moving farther out again because the prices go up on the locations that are closer into the metropolitan areas.
Right. So if you're looking for North Pinellas County, you don't want to wait a year. You
Right.
want to start getting your credit right. You want to start your hunt. You want to start getting on listing book, different things that realtors provide for their clients. It's free to you and live to the MLS, and start hunting then.
Got it. Very good. Let's do this. Can you just repeat real quick those numbers for active houses for sale in the Tri-County area?
And when I say residential, I'm meaning condos, townhomes, villas, single family.
Great.
Pinellas County, 6,179 homes on the market. Hillsborough, there's only 4,343 homes on the market. Hillsborough's big. When you look at Pasco, only 3,242 homes.
Which
That's
is
it.
also big. It's a big coverage area.
Huge area. And when you think of those small numbers, all the good homes, most updated and clean, sell first. They can sell in a day.
Right.
36 offers on the table.
Right. It's amazing. Well, let's do this. So what's a good place for somebody to contact you about this information, whether it's, hey, what is the updated information? That was whatever, that time in February, but like, what about it's March now, it's April now, what's the active, what do we look like now? Where can they reach you?
Best way is my cell. Carry it everywhere I go. 727-410-6229. And they can also reach me by email, marie3love@gmail.com. Marie, M-A-R-I-E, 3 the number, love @gmail.com.
Interesting. Why is that? Marie 3 Love.
Well, I have 3 sons, and I love them. It's easy to remember.
That's great.
Her 3 sons.
That's awesome.
And I can give you an update on any neighborhood. We can do a cost analysis of your neighborhood, what's selling, what the prices are, how many short sales, what's sold in the last 3 months, and you'll know exactly where you need to be.
Perfect. Well, we tremendously appreciate you being in here, Marie. Just the data and the accurate numbers, just so valuable. So really appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I enjoyed it immensely.
Absolutely. We'll have to do this again sometime soon because I know there's some other stuff we didn't touch on that I would love for you to share. So we'll have to get in your calendar again.
Yes, I'd love to, because let me tell you, I'd love to share the good news about Florida and the real estate market.
Awesome. Well, and thank you, all of you out there, for listening here to Florida Real Estate Radio. Really appreciate you checking in with us here. This is where you're going to hear about what's relevant and where to find opportunities and solutions in Florida real estate right now. I'm your host, Brian Heckman, here with Marie Becklund. Remember that we're all in this together, so let's grow together. Have a great day.